Hey, I'm Delight. Welcome to my garden. I am going to show you how my roses are doing. Today it's June 15th. I am in Montana, zone 4/5. They tell us we're zone 5 now, but I don't know how much I trust that. I'm a new rose gardener. This is only my 3rd year growing roses, and I feel like I have no idea what I'm doing, but I am keeping some of them alive. I have lost multiple as well in this journey. So I've gotten a lot of them, a couple from Costco, a couple of them were here, a lot of them I've gotten from heirloomroses.com. And I'm trying to research and learn all I can about rose care, but you know, things happen, and you're gonna see all the fun things that have happened. This one is one of the best ones, but the best pinnacle is in the front yard, and I'm gonna do that towards the end of the video, so make sure you watch the whole thing to see. There is actually something I've done right here that is stunning. So let's get into it. Right outside the back door, we have this Parfuma Earth Angel. Parfuma? I actually am not totally sure how you say that. Anyway, this is the Earth Angel. I bought this in 2023 when we first got the house, but I transplanted it to this spot in 2024. So it didn't bloom last year. And it didn't really bloom the first year either. It put off one kind of pathetic little bloom. So this is super exciting. I will definitely update you all when this one blooms, at least with a short or something. And it's also supposed to smell like absolutely wonderful. So I'm really excited for that. Now we are on to the ugliest of ugly. This one I need to take out because it has been absolutely ravaged by these nasty little buggers. People call them rose slugs, but they're actually sawfly larvae. They look like little worms and they are squishy. Can confirm because I have picked them off of a bunch of roses, but I got to this one too late. Like, it's been a crazy year for these things. I've had them every year I've been in the garden, but unfortunately we went out of town and we were busy in the garden leading up to that, so I kind of saw it happening, but I didn't take action until we got back from our trip, and it was too late for this guy. It's trying to bloom anyway, but like, I don't know what to do. Let me know in the comments. I haven't taken it out yet. You can see the stems are, maybe I can totally defoliate it and it'll come back. It just has no leaves left really at all to like photosynthesize, but I guess I could try to just take all the leaves off and see if they'll grow any back. Sometimes they do that, so maybe. Anyway, this is just a drift rose from Costco, so it's not like a really special specimen, but that might be worth a try anyway. I just thought of that just now, that maybe I could cut all the leaves off and it would come back, so maybe we'll try that. This rose was here when we moved in. I don't know the name of it, but I really like the color. It's very sweet. I'm guessing it might be like a hybrid tea rose. It got hit pretty hard with the rose slugs too. Like you can see, I left all of the leaves that looked good a few days ago, and like this now has been chewed on. So I keep checking it and like pulling them off of it. I did spray it with neem as well yesterday, so we'll see if that helps at all. But I can't believe how bad these slugs are this year. It's got to be the worst year because this rose has been here, you know, I'm guessing at least 5-10 years before we moved in, and it's survived this long. So I don't know, we'll see. Hopefully, I think it's got enough leaves left and stuff, and it's got such a established root structure, it should be okay, but I'm trying to keep the slugs off of it. So I actually had one here that did not make it through the winter, unfortunately. I don't know why. It was a Madame Antoinette. I'll put the name up here. Anyway, I might want to try that one again, but maybe in a different spot or something. This one I planted this just last year, and it did make it through the winter. It's barely making it through the rose slugs though. These are the only leaves left, but they look really good, so I'm keeping a close eye on those. It's called Louise Clements, and I love it. I can't believe how the color is so similar to this one that was already here. They look like they are meant to be together, I think. So I'm really hoping I can keep this alive, considering it's got hit so hard by the rose slugs. All right, so now coming around the corner, don't mind this mess. I am digging out this patio to expand it. Hopefully that will be better shortly in the future. Here is one. Here's a rose that was here originally when we moved into the house. It already bloomed and it's not looking great either. You can see it got attacked by rose slugs. Oh, there's one on it right now. My understanding is they're kind of like aphids. Like if you get them off and throw them away, they shouldn't be strong enough to crawl back on. But yeah, this one is not my favorite. It blooms, it's pretty bright pink color, but it lasts like a really short time. It goes over in like a couple days. So if this one doesn't make it, I'm not that sad, but I probably won't take it out either. But this one is definitely a showstopper. This was here when we moved in, so I don't know the name of the variety. Each rose has its own stem. There isn't like a cluster at the top like some. So anyway, if anybody has an idea what this might be, it's a really bright red, a bluish shade of red, not like a hot orange red. It's done really well since I've been fertilizing it and pruning it and all of that. So I'm very happy with how it's gone. I love it too because the roses do last for quite a while. And as you can see, there's even a new one coming right here. And like this one back here is fresher. And then I'll deadhead it in a little while and they'll all come back. I've gotten it to rebloom about 3 times. So that's really fun. This is probably my favorite, definitely of the ones that were here when we moved in, but maybe of all of them, to be honest. Okay, so moving back here, we have this one called Out of the Blue. It just bloomed. I planted this in 2023, and I don't know why it's called blue because that is not blue in any way, shape, or form, but this is really its first year blooming like this, so that's exciting. We have a cluster coming here at the top of that cane, another bud there. There's more buds here where this bloom is. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. I've never really gotten to smell it before. Amazing. Ooh. Here we have a rose called Above All that I want to become a climber, but it's looking pretty bushy right now, and also I may have planted it a little too far out from this trellis, so we're gonna work on that, especially if it shoots up some taller canes. We're gonna get it to climb this trellis. This one did bloom a little last year. I planted it in 2023, so this is its 3rd year in this spot, and I think it's gonna really put on some nice blooms this year. And then this one right here, there's an allium that's gone over. This is a knockout rose we just got from Costco. It's a double knockout, and I don't know why those rose slugs seem to like the knockout roses more than others, because I mean, I guess knockout, this isn't as special of a variety as like this Above All. And look at the leaves on the Above All, like you barely see any evidence of the slugs. And over here, I had to take off so many leaves this week, and the ones I had left have definitely been nibbled on again. So anyway, it's a really pretty pink color. We'll see how long it lives. Moving on from this area, this garden bed near the house, we have a new addition this year. It's called Golden Opportunity. I'll give you guys a tour of this area if you want. This is a new planting bed we just put in. But right now we're gonna go look at this rose. And it's beautiful rose, but an ugly setup right now. I am going to put down cardboard and mulch in this area to keep the weeds down. This is a new planting bed. I didn't have anything in here but these hedges. And I am going to put 2 more roses in here. I have those in a can. I'll show you those. I'm hoping actually to do that today. But this one is Golden Opportunity. It's a climbing rose, and I am so happy with it. It was blooming when I bought it and planted it this year, and it was blooming when I bought it, so that's always kind of nice. I like to order some from Heirloom Roses as well, and they of course won't be blooming, and they might take 2 years to bloom, but this one's already bloomed, and we'll see. It's put on new growth right here since I planted it, so we'll see if it blooms again this year. I really hope it puts on some more buds, because these are almost done, but just loving this rose and loving the name of it too. Oh, the other thing about this rose is it's a hybrid with Julia Child rose, and I had bought a Julia Child rose in 2023 when we bought this house, and I loved it, but it didn't survive the winter, and I don't know if it will live here very well, so I'm not sure if I should try again, but at least this one is half Julia Child, or a cross of Julia Child, and I hope that it will live and be happy. Moving right along from Golden Opportunity, we're gonna go, this is our messy staging area with all of our plants that need to be planted. I have 2 roses I'm actually planning to put on either side of the Golden Opportunity. These came from Costco. I can't believe they're still alive, God bless them. They're Julie Andrews, and they were bare root, and I've just been watering them in this box for several months. Feel bad, but they are thriving, so I'm going to finally plant them, give them some fertilizer, let them get going. I don't deserve blooms this year for how I've treated these roses, but maybe I will get some, who knows. And then we have 2 over in this area. This is super awkward. We have this fence to keep the bunnies out, and we have a gate, kind of, but I usually just fling the leg over and try not to trip myself. Okay, so here's another one that got hit pretty good with the rose slugs. I just watered it, so you might see some water on the leaves. This one is called Sea Foam. I planted it here last year. This is a part shade bed, and it's doing well. It's got a lot of buds on it. I think it's totally fine from the rose slugs. It's just, oh, see, this is worse since I fixed it last year, or last week, but I think it's gonna survive. Again, just keeping a closer eye on all of these going forward. And then the last one that we have in our backyard is over here on this fence. In my mind, I think I'm gonna be able to get plants climbing on like every fence that exists. This one is a climber called Lavender Crush, and I planted this in 2023. For some reason, the ones I planted in 2023 seem to have had a tough time. I think it's because it was quite hot in like July when I bought these and planted them, and I think maybe I didn't know what I was doing. I still don't really know what I'm doing. Anyway, I'm thrilled that this one has buds on it. It only has, it's climber, but it only has 1 cane. I put this flag here because I honestly couldn't find it. A lot of the time I didn't want to forget to water it, so hopefully this one will bloom soon. I think it might have some aphids on it, so I might have to spray it with the hose later, but I already cleaned this off too from the slugs, and it's still having slug action, so I might have to try the neem oil on this one too. Hopefully it'll be blooming in the next tour. All right, going out the front door. Here is the first rose. You can see it is still in the can. I got this as a 2 for 1 and didn't really have a full idea where I was going to plant it. So it is also a Parfuma Earth Angel, same as the first one I showed right out my back door. So I thought it'd be fun to put this in the front somewhere as well. And I hope to get that figured out and planted within the next few days so that it can start thriving in its home. We also have some weird fence situation here because we have a lot of bunnies in the neighborhood. So again, I am flinging my foot over and walking you to, oh boy, this one's needs to be deadheaded. This one is called Arctic Blue. I got this one on clearance as well from Ace Hardware, and it has been hit with the slugs, but not as bad. Oh, there's definitely damage under here. I need to come in again and prune off some of the damaged leaves. Maybe I haven't tried neem oil on this one yet, so I might try that. It was the first one to put on blooms this year. The blooms are a lot brighter pink when it's full fresh blooms. So hopefully next time I do a tour, it'll be blooming. You can see it's got new blooms coming. Then we'll go over here. This seems to be leaking a little bit. I need to fix that. I'll come over here. I will put a picture of what this rose looked like in its glory a week ago. This one is called Alchemist, and I planted this in 2023. It's never bloomed until this year, so it was just absolutely thrilling. It hasn't been hit as bad by the rose slugs, but I can see one right now on it. So keep working on that. It's never grown this big at all. I don't think it's going to bloom again this year, or I don't think it's going to bloom on these canes, but it would be awesome if it did. I'm not expecting it. I think this was a one-time bloomer. Oh, so what I did back here, I bought a clematis that is a rebloomer. I think it fell over. I need to train it to climb up this trellis, but the idea is, since the rose only blooms once, the clematis will grow as alongside it and bloom when the rose isn't blooming. So then we have a lonely little rose over here. This is not working out. I think I need to move it, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I planted this in 2023. As you can see, it is just tiny. And this rose is actually a David Austin rose called James Galway, and it is supposed to grow big. I read a lot about it and I was expecting it to be big. I put it on this fence thinking maybe it would even, I think some people can get it to climb, and it is not big. I'm kind of thinking that something about this spot, either the light or the soil, isn't working for it. It's not dry. It is growing a little bit back here, so that's promising, but I would love to have a rose right here on this fence, but I think maybe this one is not the one. Let me know if anybody in the comments has had experience with James Galway roses. So, okay, these are the pinnacle of this tour. We have 8 roses here in the front, and we'll start with this one. These were all planted last year, 2024. We'll start with this one. It's called Ebb Tide. I can't believe how many blooms it has already, and they smell so good. It's such a nice chore to come out here and pull weeds and work near these roses because they smell wonderful. And I'm just so happy with their second year. So I have another Ebb Tide on the other side of this arbor here, also doing great. I'll show a little bit closer in a minute. But these are the pinnacle of my rose growing journey. These are called Arbor Rose Laguna. They are zone 5 hardy. So I perish the thought that if we had a really, really bad Montana winter, I don't know. I'm just going to enjoy them while they're here. We're taking a little bit of a risk with these being zone 5. I believe these Ebb Tide are zone 5 as well. So I like to live on the edge with my roses. But these are incredible. I mean, this is only their second year. They bloomed the first year and they grew some canes, you know, like the climbing canes, but I can't believe this. I never expected it would be like this already. And again, like the ones I planted in 2023 are all seem kind of stunted or very slow. And these ones I planted in 2024 are just phenomenal. I also planted these in a lot earlier in the spring last year, so I think that was better for them to be able to get established. My husband came out and counted anything with color, the blooms and the buds, and he said there was 103 roses on here. Plus, like, look at all those buds. That's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I mean, I have goosebumps. I can't believe it. I can't believe this is my garden. It's actually crazy. So I came in and these got hit a little bit too with the rose slugs. So as I was cleaning up after that, I tried to prune out some of the branches in the middle that are kind of weak and floppy. That would like rub on each other and just aren't gonna like support themselves very well. I don't know if that was the right thing to do, but while I was in there, I thought, let's get some airflow in here. I know that it's been kind of humid, more humid here than normal. And this is the tallest cane. It's crazy. Oh, awesome. It's actually setting some buds too. Like, I don't know why this one is way taller than all the others. Nothing else, like maybe this cane here is starting to grow tall like that. But I mean, in theory, they could grow over the top of the arbor. That would be incredible. I do not expect that this year. So in the meantime, I planted these little ruby hyacinth beans. So these are not roses, but this will be fun to get an update later in the season. I have 12 of these, so one on every bar of this arbor, and these will grow all the way up over the top by the end of the summer. It will be so fun. The only thing is that these are also being eaten by something, and so if I can get them to live through this phase of bugs, they will grow over the top. And so here's a close-up of my last one for today. This is my second ebb tide that's on the other side. And I did read that these should be a darker purple, like as they age, the flowers get darker, and I did want like a really dark purple rose. That was partly why I picked this one. So I'm really excited for whenever those become darker next year or the year after, but I still love them just as they are now. And like I said, these ones smell so glorious. These ones on the arbor smell very, very faintly, but it's just so fun to smell the different roses and see them growing and get in there and pull the slugs off with my bare hands. Okay, I undersold how good this smells underneath this arbor right now. They do smell nice, especially because there's so many of them. It actually amounts to something in the end. So thanks for watching my rose garden tour. Let me know in the comments below if you want to see an update on how things are doing, how big these are growing, if anything's blooming, coming for the rest of the summer. So subscribe to my channel if you want to see more.